I remember Gant saying the first time Gant kind of came to Australia in Sydney, there was a bit of Australian patriotism, just being like, okay, some of my best friends are in my home country. I kind of want to know what they feel about Australia, right? So I remember I said to them, I was like, how did you guys like Sydney? How did you guys like Australia? And I think Gant put it best in a rare display of British optimism. He said, it's like, the only complaint that I have is that I have nothing to complain about. And then you were like, it's like you said something along the lines of like, Australia's like the UK, except everyone's happy.
Yeah. It's unfair. This should have been us. We should have been happy ones.
Hey man, you're the ones that brought us here.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't supposed to be this way. Why do we have, why like the outside right now, when it's raining, I was like, wow, this is great weather in the UK. It's just
So we were doing the Trash Taste Cafe earlier today. Did any of you guys go? Yeah, so I remember like the number one thing that people asked me when it started raining was that, oh, you must be cold right now, right? And I'm like, no, I'm at home right now. This is great. But yeah, the first thing that I noticed about Australia when I came here, I had just had the instant realization of, oh, this is what British people could be like if we had good weather. I'm like, you guys are like England and the UK, except you are just like taken to the next level. You guys are actually happy. I'm so jealous.
I remember at Smash in Sydney, it was like the first day, and it was like, kind of overcast. Like there was some clouds in the sky, but still good weather, nice and sunny. And and I remember Gant you were talking to like a fan at the con, and I overheard the fan being like, oh yeah, I know it's your first time in Sydney, blah, 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 but apologies for the shit weather. And you just like looked at him like, this is shit weather? What are you talking about?
I like how our podcast has just become the weather.
Yeah, right.
That's what we talk about. I was, because I had no idea what we were going to talk about today. I was when we were in our room earlier, I was like Googling like things about Australia. Cause I was like, there's going to be something fun to talk about.
Sure.
And I Googled the happiest cities in Australia. What do you guys think number one was? See, that's what I thought. For some reason, Yahoo News said Canberra.
Which is the biggest cap I've ever heard in my life.
I feel like the three people there, that's not a good enough sample size, right? Like that's unfair.
Now that you say that, I really want to take these boys to Canberra. Just
What's there?
Nothing? Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
Is there anyone from Canberra here right now?
The population.
The only resident of Canberra right there.
Yeah.
The only reason that city exists is because Melbourne and Sydney couldn't put their dicks away, right? Like that was. They were
yeah, literally.
Okay, fine. We'll make a whole new city.
It's barely a city, dude. It's literally like all we have is like, what do we have in Canberra? It's like the Parliament House, which is like not interesting in the slightest. We have that like.
Who cares about that?
we have like a giant porn factory there for some reason. Do you guys know about this? Apparently, in the ACT, it's the only state in Australia where it's legal to film porn. Yeah. All the guys are like, why am I not living in Canberra right now? But like, so yeah, I remember like the first time I drove through Canberra, because we were going somewhere, I forgot where we were, not Canberra, thank God. We drove past it, and I was like, oh, it's my first time in Canberra. Like, this is sick. I've always wanted to see what it was like, because I'd only heard about it. It's like, it's the capital city of Australia. I went there, and it's like, oh my God, the level of depression I felt just like driving through this city was insane. And then there was this giant, like massive, like 5 or 6 story, just completely pitch black building. And I was like, Dad, what's that? And he was like, that's the porn house, son.
The what? The water house?
The porn house.
Oh, the porn house. Okay.
Well, that's the porn house, son. And I'm like, Dad, I'm 10. I don't know what that is. It's like, don't worry, you'll find out soon enough. And that's my only impression of Canberra.
But do you think it's better than Perth? Because we know a few people from Perth.
Yes.
And the only thing I know about Perth is everyone tries to get out of Perth as soon as possible. I don't know if that's true or not.
I mean, do you think it's true or? How many people from Perth? Man, you traveled half the fucking world to get here then. Well, because okay, I've personally never been to Perth, so I can only speculate. Right. But it is true that I know about 3 or 4 people, all YouTubers, by the way, who were...
And Kevin.
Kevin Penkin, our boy, who were born and raised in Perth, who, just coincidentally, none of them live in Perth anymore. So I'm like, well, I mean that... But then again, it's like, I feel Australians have this tendency to travel. Like, we love traveling for some reason. Why is that?
What? Because you're in the middle of
you're in the middle
of nowhere. So
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I guess the closest country to us is Papua New Guinea, and like, who the fuck wants to go to Papua New Guinea? Unless someone in this audience is from Papua New Guinea. Okay, that's what I thought.
You're good. You can talk shit. You can talk shit.
All right, yeah. So I don't know. It's like
what are like the Australian holiday parts?
Bali.
Because you guys have to travel at least 6-7 hours to like the nearest place, surely, right?
Yeah.
Where do you guys normally go on holiday?
Like Bali is pretty common, right? Yeah. Like, so we have this thing in Australia called Schoolies. Yeah. That's brought back some PTSD for some of you. So
Explain.
Schoolies. Okay, so Schoolies is this thing where at the end of graduation, basically it's like a graduation party of sorts, kids put in their own money to go travel, go party. Basically, it's like
is it like a gap year?
No, not a gap year. So it's basically just like maybe a week at most. They go out and it's basically just like the last hooray of like, yay, we graduated from high school. Everyone's like at least 18 now, so we can all legally drink. So let's just go get fucked up in some country. And for some reason, Bali is like the go-to place.
Why does everything got to be like E in Australia? Everything has to end with something like...
Wait, what do you mean?
Like Schooly or... Like,
Chewy
or... Like, there's got to be more examples, right?
Sheila is with an A.
Everything just doesn't sound real here.
Well, no. I feel other than Schooly and Chewy, most things end with an O.
That's who, yeah, that's who.
Like fucking Servo, Smoko, fucking what? Povo. I haven't heard that word in a while.
It's just like it's like a Simpsons language sometimes.
You guys got to come home learning and using some of these words because there's a reason why I still use it to this day because it's just so convenient. It is. It really is. Like,
I mean, it does roll off the tongue.
Yeah.
But like, one thing I never understood is that, a lot of your slang words end in O's.
Yeah.
And then for your currency, you have Australian dollars, right?
Dude.
Yeah.
Why do you not call it the dollar? That just seems like it would fit well. I don't know. Like,
it's because it's actually called the dollary-do. I mean, we've told that story on Trash Taste of how I fooled Maylene into legitimately thinking the Australian dollar was called the dollary-do.
Can I take a moment to just like, I was buying a coffee and they gave me the change.
Yeah.
And this fucking 50p. If I threw this up in the air, a crater would form when it came down. What the fuck is this? This must have cost like $100 worth of metal to make. What the fuck? Is there a reason why it's like this?
It's funny you say that because like until you pointed that out, I was like, oh yeah, that is a big fucking coin.
It does like come from the UK. We have coins that look really like extravagant. Like this feels so medieval. Like especially like the pound.
It's like the shilling.
The dollar, yeah, it does. Yeah. The $2, it feels like something like I'm like, yes, here you go, peasants, take it. I have 1 gold piece and 1 50 bludgeon piece.
Here you go, povos.
Yeah, because you were one of the first country to introduce contactless payment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like after seeing your 50p coin, I understand why fully now.
You needed it.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, there's a reason why no one carries coins anymore.
Shut up, Counter-Strike!
This is more important. Talking about the weight of a 50-cent coin. Yeah, but like then again, it's like I don't know. Australia, I feel, has this like tendency to be the first to invent or come up with things, but not be the best at it.
Like what? Like what?
Like Wi-Fi.
Oh, wait, you guys invented
We
Wi-Fi?
fucking invented Wi-Fi. Did you know this? Yeah, we
Is
invented
this,
it.
is this an I made it the fuck up moment?
No.
There is no way this is true.
It's from the University of Adelaide, of all places. That
How do you know this off by heart?
Because it's just a fun fact about Australia I like telling people. Yeah, so I think it's like the University of Adelaide or somewhere like that invented Wi-Fi. And for some reason, we have the shittest Wi-Fi. Like, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Capitalism, that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was searching up some other weird facts about Australia and Melbourne as well.
Yeah.
And I found out, I guess we also had this on the Australia live stream that we did before, that Melbourne was almost called Batmania.
Yeah.
Did you guys know about this? Because of the founder, John
Batman. Yeah.
That just sounds like a meme. There is no way this is real.
We have like 500 places named Cock in the UK. I don't think we're not one to judge. I don't think we get a say.
I mean,
on what we
Australia
do.
has some pretty fantastically named towns.
Eromanga Sense.
Eromanga.
I still gotta go there, man. I still gotta go to
You
Eromanga.
don't. There's like 20 people who live there. It's in like the buttfuck middle of nowhere in Queensland. We also have Banana in Queensland.
Wait, what?
We have a town called Banana.
Anyone from Banana?
No.
Anyone? Anyone from Banana?
No one.
All
No.
right, well,
I don't even think any of you have been to Banana. But we have
What is there?
bananas
Why,
apparently.
why is it called banana? Okay, actually, I was looking up some like other things about Australia, and I saw something about the big banana or something.
Oh yeah.
What is
the national pride.
that you-
The big banana.
that you guys are oddly proud about? Do you want to explain that?
I mean, I don't know much about it. I know it's in Queensland somewhere. I was really disappointed when I found out the big banana is not, in fact, in Banana. I feel that was a missed opportunity. But yeah, it's just this one, I guess, tourist attraction. I don't know. Just I guess I don't know.
Mistake?
Huh?
Mistake?
I guess yeah, tourist mistake. I don't know. Where we just have this giant sculpture of a banana, and apparently it's like the biggest fruit sculpture in the world. It's like, wow, what a flex.
Banana is the best thing ever.
Now, maybe you should go to the big banana.
I should, yeah.
Yeah.
I should like that.
Although, also, actually, Connor, you'd also hate that in New South Wales we have a town called Orange as well.
Just destroy it.
Yeah, just
get rid of it.
nuke it right now.
Just get rid of it. No one will know it's missing. Australia's too fucking big.
It is.
It is.
It really is. Like, I don't know. Like, there's some parts of Australia that I always forget almost exist, and I know that's like a meme. Like,
Does Australia really exist?
It's not real.
let's
Australia
not
is real.
open that
not
can
real.
of
It's not
worms.
real.
Yeah. But I don't know if this is just like a me thing, but I always forget that Darwin exists. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so Australia has, obviously, same as America, split up into states, all right? We're
Right.
in Victoria right now. And one of the states is called the Northern Territory. Have a guess as to why it's called that.
The north.
Because it's in the north. And the
miss.
capital of the Northern Territory is this town called Darwin. Yeah, I know. But
Shout out to the sheep in the audience.
yeah. No, like, because the Northern Territory has like massive amounts of sheep. But I mean, I've never been there before, but like,
Oh, is that why he barred?
Yeah.
I was like, I just thought he was like, yeah, mate.
yeah. It wasn't just like a weirdo making a sheep noise or anything like that.
I'm so confused.
But yeah, so like obviously the capital of Victoria is Melbourne. And each state has the capitals, and the capital of the Northern Territory is Darwin. But the problem is, for one, who's been to Darwin before? Okay.
Oh, that's quite a lot of people.
Quite a lot of people.
Yeah.
What the fuck is there to do in Darwin? Nothing. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Why did you guys go then?
Well, I've noticed that all you guys say is nothing. Is there anything to do in Melbourne? Okay. there was half nothing.